Hello and welcome back to Ask Master with Alia. I'm your host, Alia Nuru, and this is Master Shri Akarshana.
Namaste.
And today we are going to be talking about something that a lot of you have been asking about. And that question you ask is about chakras.
Oh, chakras. Oh, wow. You took me by surprise. I thought you prepped me for something else.
Well,
Okay.
I have, but this is one
She
of the
told me
questions.
something else before. Now she's just like...
So chakras is a question that a lot of people, it's become something that's become a trend in spirituality. Everybody's talking about chakras. It's in all the new journals. It's on all these stickers and all these, the different colors along the system. It's a thing now when people talk about chakras. Like, yeah. So what exactly is it? Why is it such a big hype? I know you're going to say there's a lot to chakras and explaining all of them in depth, and there's so many things, but give us a quick outline. So if someone just watching this and thinking, what on earth is chakras and what is everyone going on about?
The energy points within our system.
Mm-hmm.
So starting from crown chakra all the way down base chakra, root chakra, it's the way the energy flows within us. So different areas of our body, whether it's heart chakra, crown chakra, third eye chakra, all of these areas, they have a different functionality. So whether it be to be more intelligent, to see more, feel more, intuition, to be able to love and receive love, to be able to speak, communication, throat chakra. So all of them have multiple science behind it. And this is a science actually. Because all you're talking about is energy flow. And I think that a lot of the time when people use the word chakra and talk about spirituality, people assume that it's something mystical. How can we say mystical? Mystical is true in a sense that it's something that most people aren't conscious about. So that's as mystical as it gets, but it's a science because it's just talking about the flow of energy within the body.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, the logical minded people, their argument is always,
Your cushion.
their argument is always that there's no science to back all this up. But if you actually look into it, it is science. That's why there's so many people rising and backing it up and looking stuff up, because it is being backed by science now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about chakras and people say, I think that how do I open up this chakra of mine? Or they say, what does this chakra mean? Is it blocked? There's so many different questions around chakras. So when you're going into them, it's just like, how do you learn about them? How do you unblock them? How do you use them? Do we need to know about them? What is it?
Well, first of all, everybody, I don't think I think in this world there's probably very, very few people which you say chakra system is completely in flow. Completely in flow is energy connection to the divine at 100%, which you'll be super ultra spiritual. Your consciousness will be on a whole new level. So much so that probably you find it hard to actually interact in this human form, So blockages are actually normal. So I think that's important to know, because a lot of people that, oh no, I think this chakra is blocked, It's not a big issue. Most people are suffering with blocked chakras. When you release flow, it's almost like having a tap. Imagine a tap at the root chakra, at the base chakra, and then when you open it up, it allows the flow of water. Imagine like that. And when you have perfect flow, you have perfect clarity. So your consciousness is heightened. You're channeling, what you know in this world, everything, your senses. When it's blocked, it might block a certain thing. So for example, heart chakra, then obviously this thing is related to things like love. So maybe there's some blockages around love. Usually you might find, or emotions, right, in heart chakra. Sometimes with to do with speech, right, throat chakra. So third eye, awakening, consciousness. Crown chakra, so that's the download, the flow of energy, or even intelligence, how your brain works. solar plexus to the center. So we could even talk about, actually this will be outside of chakra system, because in fact, actually, Alia, it's beyond 7 chakra system. It's just that what the public know it as right now is 7 chakras. But if we go even further, actually deep down inside there, we can also talk about tapping into what we call the sex center, which is not so, I don't know, not what people think is.
So
understanding
wait. Is this another chakra? So is it?
There's a functionality, and we can say that actually it's all connected, but it's another thing itself. So, which is another thing that we can say that energies are blocked, and when you awaken that, then that is for creation. So
there's just a lot of
energy point.
There's a lot of layers to it, and chakras is just one of those systems.
There's so much. That's why when we practice asanas, we're saying, hey, squeeze this part, squeeze this part, squeeze this part, because actually there's so many different parts that need to be unblocked for flow like that. Yeah. I think my advice to people is because people read too much and then they become consumed with all this, a lot of nonsense also, mixed with knowledge. So then they get worried. But we need to understand the moment we label ourselves to say, hey, this is blocked, actually, it affects your mind more than anything else, It's like a placebo effect. So
yeah. So like all these healers and people are going around and saying, hey, like this is
well,
blocked.
obviously healers, it's healer's job, right?
Yeah.
If energy healing was my job, was my business, then when I meet you, I'm going to tell you that all of your chakras are going to be blocked. You need to come to sessions with me.
So what is the whole aligning chakras? Because if they're just in a straight line, what do they mean when they say I need to align your chakras?
Yeah, so chakra system is already like that. I think it's when they're talking about, again, this is all language, trying to speak about a very very powerful thing. Aligning chakras is more talking about the flow of energy. So meaning that the flow is perfect.
Okay. So if you had to give one piece of advice to people who are watching and say, well, I want to unblock my chakras, like what would you tell them to do? Meditation or yoga or? Okay.
You can find a healer and get chakra healing. Of course you can do that. But what I say, actually everybody individual actually has healing powers. So I think this is actually very nice to finish off on, is for everybody to understand, you can heal yourself. And obviously you need to have a little bit more consciousness around it. But the very simple method is the breath in. You can breathe. If you breathe and focus and visualize your energy towards crown chakra or third eye chakra, for example, and focus your energies there and breathe into the chakra, you will actually feel it starts building a pressure there. And anyone's able to do this. If I was to breathe and focus on breathing into heart, now at heart, I feel this pressure. Allow the pressure to expand. When pressure expands, when it creates that pressure, and then on the release, what happens is it helps unblock. So we hold for as long as we can, then flush down the whole chakra system. Actually, I think that's a good starting point for all to practice themselves. Whichever chakra you feel is a little bit misaligned or blocked, focus on that chakra, breathe into the chakra, hold at that chakra, build up the pressure, then
I really liked what you said before, like just before you finished this off, about everybody has healing powers. I think people don't understand that, and everybody's looking beyond themselves, looking outside for someone else to heal them, for something else to heal them, looking for healing. But what people don't realize is the healing, you have healing powers, and healing, it comes from going within.
That's right.
And yeah, I think that's a powerful way to end off today.
Nice.
So if you do have any other questions and you are in CC Plus, then make sure that you ask questions on Workplace. But for now, make sure to like this video and let us know your comments below, and make sure to subscribe. And that's all for today. Salam and namaste.
Namaste.